Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in this video, we'll see how to spin up virtual machines using Multipass tool. So you can install Multipass tool on Ubuntu, Windows and macOS. So in this video, I'm using macOS. So we'll spin up virtual machines using Multipass in macOS platform. So what is Multipass? So Multipass is a lightweight VM manager from Canonical. So it lets you create, manage, and delete Ubuntu VMs with simple commands. So let us see how to launch a VM using Multipass command. So I will just type the command Multipass launch, then the name of the VM, that is VM1. So you can give any name for this. So it will create a VM by the name VM1. So just enter. So it will take a couple of minutes to create and launch the virtual machines. So you can see VM1 is launched. Then we can just see whether it is running or no. So multipass list is the command to see the status of VM, its IP address, and the image which it is using. So you can see the name is VM1, the state is running, then the IPv4 address, then the image name. So if you want to run specific version of Ubuntu, then you can specify that in the command like multipass launch. Suppose I want to launch 22.04 image or the VM with this image, then I can do that. Then I can say I give the name as VM2. Okay. So it will now download the image 22.04 and it will spin up that. So it will spin up the VM with this image. So you can see the VM is being created with the image 22.04. can see the message launched VM2. So we can verify that using the command multipass list. So you can see we have created two VMs now with the image 24.04 and 22.04 using multipass. So if you want to get into the VM, then you can run the command multipass shell, then the VM name, then the virtual machine name, that is VM1. So we have logged in into the virtual machine, that is VM1. So you can see its version 24.04, the OS version of it. So similarly, we can check for the second VM. So it can be now 22.04. Okay, so this is how we can launch VM using multipass commands. And then if you want to install some commands, install some packages into the uh, multipass VM, or we can say the whatever the VM we have launched. If you want to install some packages, then you can run it directly without going inside the VM. So we can do that. That is multipass shell, then the VM name. Okay, that is VM1. In VM1, I'm going to install some packages. So I will just pass its name, that is VM1 hyphen hyphen. And then I'll just type sudo install apt get install. You can say git command. So it should be exec, not shell. Okay. So you can see that git is already installed. So we can install VM. Installed. We can install some other packages like let's say we'll install just update. I just want to update the VM. Okay, so it is updated. So similarly, if you want to do it for VM2, or suppose for example, if you want to install the package of, let's see, the package name. Let's say WSN. Okay. So you can do that. So this is how you can run the command without logging into the VMs. Okay. So similarly, we can do it for VM2. Just we will update the packages. Okay, so it is updated. So if you want to stop the VM, we can run the command, like for example, multipass list. So I want to stop the VM2, VM2, and you can run the command multipass stop VM2. Okay, so this is can how we can stop the VM2. If you want to delete it, then you can delete it, like multipass delete VM2. So you can see it is deleted. VM2 is deleted, but you can still recover that VM. But if you want to fully remove it from the system, then you can just pass the command VM multipass purge VM2. Sorry, I can just run the command multipass purge. So what it will do, it will just delete all the VM which are in deleted state. Okay, so you can see the list now. Okay. So only one VM is running now, that is VM1. Okay. So similarly, if you want to restart, we can do that restart using the command restart. Okay. So this we can use different commands of multipass to stop, delete, restart, and purge. Okay. So if you want now, if you want to mount local folder inside the VM, we can do that using multipass command. Suppose I will create a folder here, for example, NVIDIA test multipass. Okay, I want to mount this now inside the VM. So what I will do, what I can do, multipass mount multipass mount. Then I want to mount the folder test multipass. So that has to be, so this is the folder I want to pass, and does exist. Okay. Okay. And I want to mount this folder. So inside the VM1, so VM1, then home 12 slash test hyphen multipass. Okay, so it will show the status like enabling support for mounting. So just wait for a couple of minutes. Okay, so the folder is mounted. So if you want now, for example, I will create a file here in this folder, that is test. Okay, so just create a file. It is test.txt. You can see this text present. So this will be mounted inside the uh, test multipass folder inside the VM as well. So we'll see how that is. We'll just verify whether that file is present or not. So then multipass exec, then the name of the VM hyphen ls. Okay, so you can see we have to so the folder is present test hyphen multipass. So to you can see the test.txt is present inside the test multipass folder. Okay, so this is how you can mount the host folder inside the VM. Okay, so if you want to unmount, so just you want to run the command multipass unmount and the name of the VM. Okay, then this home Ubuntu test multipass. Okay, so it is unmount now. So now if you create any files or anything inside the folder test multipass it on the host machine. Let's see. I'll go inside the test multipass folder. So let's say I will create one more file here. There is test2.txt. Okay, so let's see whether this is this is created inside the VM or no. Okay, let's see that. So we have unmounted the folder test multipass. So we'll verify. So we can see that we have created two files now in test multipass folder, and we have unmounted this folder from multipass VM. Okay, that is VM1. So to verify this, whether this text file text2.txt is present or no in VM1, so I will just shell into it and just log in into the machine. Okay, shell VM1. Okay. So you can see the folder, right? So you can see now the files are not present because we have unmounted that. Okay, so this is how you can unmount the folder from host to VMs. Okay. Okay. Then if you want to get the IP address of the particular VM, and then we can run the command multipass VM1, the name of the VM info. So that is, it should be info, then the name of the VM. You can see this is the IP address of it. Okay. So this is how we can spin up the VM. Okay. Then if you want to have some specific configuration of for the VM, like I want to have 2 GB of RAM, then 2 CPUs, then disk of 100 GB, then we can also create that using multipass. So the command will be multipass launch. Okay, a launch, then I can give the name for this as VM2, okay, because we have already VM1. So VM1, then I can give the name as C for CPU, number of CPUs, then I will give as 2, then memory, that is I will give as 2048, okay, then disk of 100 GB, okay. So we can create a VM with this configuration. Excellent. This has 2 hyphen, then hyphen, the name of the VM. Okay. So the command would be multipass launch hyphen name VM2 hyphen C for CPU for 2 hyphen M, that is memory 2 GB, and hyphen disk, that is D for disk, so that is 100 GB. So it is creating now. You can see the VM2 is launched, so we can just verify that. Multipass list. Okay, so VM2 is created and it's running. So if you want to get the information about it, so we can get that multipass info VM2. You can see it is of 2 CPUs, right? A memory of 2 GB. Okay, and disk of 100 GB. So this is how you can create the VM with customized configuration. Yeah, that is all about multipass tool, how we can launch the VMs and how we can delete, restart, stop, purge the VMs, as well as we have seen how we can mount the host folder inside the VMs. Okay, that is so. We'll see in the next video how we can install some application on multipass VMs.